Even at Graceland, he would be dressed up, coming down the staircase. No pajamas. Hi, Vogue. I'm Priscilla Presley, and this is my life and looks. This is an important day. Yes, this was the day that Elvis was going back to the United States. He had just finished his duties in Germany. I dreaded this day very much because I didn't know actually if I was ever going to see him again. One request that he asked that I not be teary-eyed. So you see me smiling here, where there are other pictures where I am down and looking away and knowing that I may never see him again. So that was the beginning. That's a pretty big hairdo I have. This was the style, that was my hair. Not all of it. I had a little bun underneath and then my hair went on top of it. And I did this especially for Elvis. He had gone away to do a movie and I wanted to surprise him. Well, it's a lot of teasing in this hair. A lot of teasing, that was huge in the 60s. So I think probably about an hour and a half is how long it took. And the problem was trying to keep it that way for a week because we just got our hair done once a week. That was the deal. Oh, this one here, I'm at the Memphis International Airport. I'm getting ready to go to California, dressed up with leather gloves, leather bag. You know, people back in the day dressed up. And I mean, really dressed up because being on an airplane and flying was quite the thing. And you never saw anyone underdressed at all. I loved capes at that time. I still love capes. Elvis had gifted me with this darling little poodle at Christmas time in 1962. I named him Honey, and I traveled with him everywhere. This is a big day for us. This is our wedding day. Now, the story about this dress and finding it is Charlie Hodge, who worked for Elvis. I had asked to go with me to find a wedding dress. And why is that? Is because I would go into stores, people would recognize me, and of course then know that there's a wedding ahead. This was such a well-kept secret because we wanted it to be our wedding with our friends and not to be loaded with paparazzi. So Charlie Hodge went with me and I found a beautiful, beautiful shop, all wedding dresses. They had no idea who I was. I came in with glasses actually on. I went into the dressing room. I'd come out with a wedding dress and asked Charlie, "What do you think, darling? Do you like it?" People thinking that he was we were getting married. Anyway, I found this dress there and it was something that I liked because it was very feminine, very lightweight, not too heavy, and it matched very well with Elvis's his suit. So those were great days. So this was after a wedding, getting on the plane, going back to Palm Springs. It was very natural that Elvis and I kind of blended together. I always picked out things that were very dressy, and it always seemed to go exactly with what Elvis had. This is Frank Sinatra's plane. Frank had offered us the plane so that we could keep everything low-key and keep it again private. It was very gracious of him to do this because it helped a lot, because after the wedding, the paparazzi definitely was after us. We were saying goodbye to some friends that were there in Vegas and getting ready to get on the plane. It was a nice treat for us. We're in Palm Springs right after the wedding. We always dressed up. Elvis never liked that feeling or look as being too relaxed. Look, this was his natural outfit that he would wear at the house, either in LA or here in Palm Springs. He always dressed and liked to dress up, and so did I. Elvis had this idea that always looking good for each other, always making sure that that never lapsed. The fact is, we cared for each other, loved each other, had fun with each other, but never to get so relaxed that it was kind of sloppy, kind of like, I don't know, and you know, I liked you the way you were before. This is, of course, the birth of Lisa Marie. I got this beautiful dress here at Neiman Marcus. In fact, in the movie, Elvis, this was duplicated for Olivia, who plays me. This is the happy dad. He's looking at her like, oh my gosh, I have a child. What do I do? He was so afraid to hold her. I think a lot of men feel that way, but he was so frightened that he would drop her. I didn't know how to hold her. So this was a really happy time. Oh boy. This is one of my favorite photos. I love this photo because I love this dress. Bill Ballou designed this dress for me. He did a lot of Elvis's clothes. In fact, Bill Ballou did all of his jumpsuits for Las Vegas. And I'm going to cut a little bit of a transition right here. My eyebrows are a little bit different. I'm wearing lashes. My hair is a lot longer. And I'm starting to free up a little bit and being a little bit more, actually, more sure of myself. Here we have Elvis, of course, with his cross on. He always had a cross, the TCB. I actually designed the TCB necklace. We were on a plane going to Memphis one day, and he said to me that he wanted to have something for the guys that made it just for the guys, a piece of jewelry, for TCB especially. And he wanted something designed for it. And as we're flying, it started to rain. And as it rained, a lightning bolt came across the sky. And I looked at it and I drew a lightning bolt. And then I put the TCB right on it. And then I said to him, "Is this what you mean?" And he looked at it and he said, "Oh my God, this is it. This is what I want." And the rest is history. Who knew that it would be as big as it is? I mean, truly. And I'm be darned, I don't have a patent on it. So this dress was designed by me and my partner, Olivia Biz. Yeah, I look back at these days and I go, gosh, I wish I had that again. I think I sold it. This right here, of course, this is our store, Bis and Beau. It was actually in the corner of Little Santa Monica and I think Bedford. And denim just started coming in, denim jeans. And in fact, they were huge. And we designed this. Actually, we had some couple of outfits that we had put rhinestones on. Of course, the tie is also got the rhinestones on it. And I look back and I go, wow, we were kind of ahead of our time on this. We had a lot of celebrities that came to the shop. We had Schier, we had Barbra Streisand, we had Victoria Principal. I mean, really, we had a wonderful line of celebrities that would come to Bis and Beau. So it was great. Well, here's Jenna Wade in Dallas. This is actually my first scene, which I thought was great, and I had fun because of look at the dress I get to wear. And being my first scene, I tried so hard making sure that I got everything right, and I was afraid that I was gonna have to do the scene all over again because there was a lot of dialogue, and I did it in my first take, so I was very proud of that. On the set of Dallas, you can pretty much choose your own look. I mean, the designers will get the feel of what you like. Every one of us had a different look on Dallas, so it kind of had to go with the character somewhat. Jenna was a little bit, she was very classy. She did have her own little style, but she was a newcomer and trying to fit in. Of course, in Dallas, everyone dressed up, so I love that. I love dressing up. Wow, okay, this is probably one of the most favorite photographs that I'd had taken with my daughter and of course my granddaughter. This was a real honor to be on the cover of Vogue and of course to be dressed by the designers for Vogue. We had a lot of fun on this set and all of us got to pick the dresses that we wanted. Of course, they all had to blend in together. It actually did very well. We were very, very pleased to be a part of it. Here we go, Dancing with the Stars. That was a big challenge. This dress was designed for me. I found it very unique. As you can see, the top here is studded here with all kind of glitter, and it was very comfortable. But what I liked most about it was when we danced, everything flowed. It was like a picture. My parents went to this. I had my parents go to all the shows. So they were always so proud every time I finished. Okay, Baz Luhrmann, oh my gosh. And this is a Prada outfit. As you can see, studded here are little cuffs. And believe it or not, here's the tip of my shoe down below. And that's the same as the cuffs here, the high cuffs. And the dress also has little bones here, actually, that keep you straight. You can't bend over. And I look at Baz and I go, my gosh, look at you. And he goes, no, this is nothing. He's so flamboyant, really, really. So yes, this was the beginning of the film. We'll see. Anyway, so here we are. This is the premiere to the movie Elvis. The gatherings are unbelievable, filled with cameras, total cameras. I mean, they're shooting pictures all over, front of you, back of you. So, you know, that's a little nerve-wracking. The dress is Prada, beautiful. I like this dress because it kind of matched the color of my hair. I'm usually dressed in black, so this was different for me, but I love it. And I got to keep it too, so I'm really happy. The experience was really, really great. That was my first time going to Cannes. People were encouraging, so that excitement kind of lifted us all up and thought, oh my gosh, you know, I think we have something here. Although we did anyway, because Austin did an amazing job playing Elvis. Unbelievable, so unbelievable, it was frightening. Both my daughter and I were blown away. And Baz Luhrmann did a great job, totally great job, very unique. And it tells the story of the ups and downs of the relationship that Elvis had with his manager, Colonel Tom Parker. Never been told before, so it's a new movie, never been told. I just want to thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about the movie, myself, my taste, my choice in colors and designs. And I've had a lot of fun sharing this with you. Thank you so much.